us to enjoy. And Ramla Kumurthy, she's at the Department of Music at Madras University. So she's here to share some funny side. Have you heard about funny side? What is funny side? Yes. Cultural music. Huh? Panchaprana, yeah. It's a special melodial music of the cyber devotional song. It's called Pandita music. But she will just share some experiences with you and just take the next 45 minutes with you. Let me get a seat.
So can you say something, what the pun means exactly? What is the meaning of pun? P-A-N, it's spelled as P-A-N. How many of you can write Tamil or read Tamil? Very good, that's very nice. So Pa and Munasuli in Anna, yeah? Okay, it's alright. So pun is a tune, okay? So you've been to the temple, right? You go to the any temple, you listen to the Oduvars. You know the Oduvars are the singers who sing the Thevaram, isn't it? How many of you know the Thevaram? You've heard of Thevaram or you've listened to Thevaram? So who were the composers for Thevaram? Anybody can tell me? Thevaram. Yeah. Can you tell who composed Thevaram? Yeah. Tirunjana Sambandar, Tirunavukarasu, Sundaramurthy Nayanar. Can you tell me the period of these people? For example, Tirunjana Sambandar? 7th century, very good. Who was his contemporary? Tirunjana Sambandar. Who was the contemporary of Tirunjana Sambandar? Tirunavukarasu. They both were living at the same time. Okay? So when it comes to, you spell the pun like this, and in English it is called like that. Okay? So the pun is here like. So the pun means a tune. Okay? A tune. And you know where we get the reference to pun for the first time? We get it from a Tamil literature work called Tolkappiyam. Tolkappiyam is a very old grammatical work in Tamil, the very first work in Tamil. So there is a verse which gives you the nucleus of a place. Okay, nucleus means what are the Karupporul, it's called. Karupporul. I'm writing it in English so that Karupporul means Karup. So you have the basic things in a place. You have the tree, you have birds, you have plants, and Tolkappiyar is the author of this work, and he has divided the land into 4 types. Okay, Kurinji, Mullai, Marudam, and Neidar. Okay. Have you heard about Kurinji? Kurinji is the hilly area. Okay, you know that? Mullai is forest region. And Marudam is agricultural lands where you grow paddy and all that. Neidar is the coastal seashore. So for each of these lands, he gives the Karupporul or the basic nucleus things that are available in each land. In that he talks about yard and parai, which is the drum and the harp. So as one of the Karupporul or the nucleus, he mentions Devam Unave Ma Maram Pul Parai Yadin Pagdiyodu. That is the verse from Tolkappiyam. So it is called Daivam is the presiding deity of each place has a different deity. Daivam Unave means food. Ma means here it is the animal. Ma, maram, pul is the bird. Parai is the drum. Yar in Pahudi. Okay. So these are the important earliest reference we find in Tamil literature for each and every region. Okay. For Kurinji, can you say who the god is? Kurinji Nilathukku, yaru, who is the god? Presiding deity. Very good. Murugan. Very good. Excellent. For Mullai Nilam, who is the person who takes the cows to graze? Yeah. And then Marudam, who is the person who gives the rain? Indra. Indran is Malai Kadavul. He is supposed to be the person who gives you the rain, which is very important for agriculture, isn't it? Then we have Neidal is Varunan. Okay? So these are the important gods of each region. And then you have Kurinji Parai, Mullai, Parai, Marudam, Neidal. Each region has a parai, a drum, and each region has a pun which is different from each and every region. Okay? So from here we come down, say this is supposed to be around 5th century. People are having different opinions about the Tolkappiyam time. So anyway, after that we have the Bhakti period, which is starting from 5th century onwards. And then you have the, how many of you know about the Panniru Tirumurai? What do you mean by Panniru Tirumurai? Panniru means 12. Tirumurai are sacred books. Okay? Yeah. So first 3 books are of Sambandar. Next 3 we have Upper Tirunavukkarasar. 7th is Sundara. 8th is Manikavasagar's works. 9th is Umbadam Tirumurai is Tirupallandu and Tirupallandu and another set of hymns. 9th, suddenly it's not coming to my mind. 10th is the Tirumular's Tirumandiram, and then 11th is a collection of hymns by 11 poets, and 12th is the Periya Puranam or the Tiruttondar Puranam of Sekra. So in the 12th book you have all the stories of the 63 Nayanmars. Okay? So you have heard of the 63 Nayanmars? Can you mention 2? I get only her raising her hands. What about the others? Huh? Yeah, that you have already told me. Anybody else? Yeah? Kannappa Nayanar, very good. Kannappa Nayanar. Okay. What is the specialty of Kannappa Nayanar? What is it that he sacrificed and gave Lord Shiva?
His own eyes.
Yeah, very good. What about you? You have another name? Anybody else having any other names? Out of the 63, you have all the 3 Nayanmars and also many other people like you have Tirunalai Povar and you have Karaikal Ammayar, all these people. Okay, many names. Okay, now let's go from there to Pun. So now we have a set of puns during the Sangam period. Sangam period also we have a lot of instruments, we have puns and all that. And then later on from 7th century, we have nearly 21 puns used by Tirunjana Sambandar. Okay, Tirunjana Sambandar was the first one to go from one temple to the other, take all the devotees, sing and propagate Saivism through music and Tamil. So what was the first song he sang? So let's sing. From where does he hail from? You know the birthplace of Sambandar? Sirgadi. Kali or Sirgadi. Okay. So which was the first, how old was he when he composed the first song? 3. Can you say a story about how he started to compose?
His father and mother were temple and then the water.
I'll tell you. Now, his father, the mother didn't come, the father took him along with him, and those days they used to go and have their bath in the temple tank. Okay? And his father used to practice some breathing exercises called Agamarshana Snanam. It's called Agamarshana Snanam. Maybe even if you go to swim, you go underwater and hold your breath, right? You don't come out immediately. You should try to, do that breathing exercises. And this child which was seated on the step, suddenly he didn't see the father, so he started to cry. And the father who was beneath the tank didn't hear this child cry. So at that time, it is said that it is believed that the Lord of Sirgadi, called Thoniyappar, and along with Umai Parvati, she came and they fed him the Jnanapal, meaning a very, very gifted milk to him, so that he started to sing. So when they left, they thought the child was crying because he was hungry. They gave him milk and then they disappeared. So when the father came out of this bath, then he saw this child having a lot of milk in his mouth. Then he thought that maybe the child took milk from somebody, okay, without his permission. And then when he sort of tried to ask him from where he got it, then he showed the idol on top of the gopuram of the temple, meaning that it is he who gave him, and he burst out into a song. The child was only 3 years old. Okay, so what did he sing? Todudaya Seviya. How many of you know this song? Sing. Todudaya Seviyam Vidaye Vigo Tuven Madisudi